Well, happening now at 9, about a year after an Alexandria Lyft driver was shot and killed in D.C. while on the job, his family and friends are honoring his memory by pushing for change. D.C. News Now reporter Max Marcilla joining us live on 11th Street Northeast. And Max, the driver who was killed where you're standing really was a beloved member of the community.
He was, according to Nasrat Ahmad Yar's friends and family. It wasn't only them who loved him. It was basically anyone who got in a Lyft with him for even as little as 15 minutes. They said he was so loved, and that's why they are so sad that right here a year ago was where he died. And they want to make sure that no other family, no other group of people who love someone that much experiences the pain they felt over the last year.
I think it would be important to Nasrat to make sure that this doesn't happen to other people, and he would at least want his story to help somebody else.
It's been a year since Nasrat Ahmad Yar was shot and killed. He was doing late-night Lyft rides when investigators say a teenage boy shot and killed him. He's since been arrested and charged with first-degree murder.
He was not my only cousin, he was my best friend since childhood.
And not a day has gone by where his family hasn't thought of him. We caught up with Mohammed Admani on the phone.
This is important for me. We don't want any kids lost again their fathers, any woman lost their husband.
Inspired by Nasrat's spirit and life of helping people, Admadi and Jeremy Malone, Nasrat's friend, are pushing for change for rideshare drivers.
Nasrat was not the first, and he sadly has not been the last.
According to a recent report from the U.S. Government Accountability Office, 19 taxi or rideshare drivers were assaulted and killed in 2019. 30 others survived attacks.
These numbers are underreported. They really give you a piece of the puzzle, but not all of the puzzle.
But the Accountability Office says there's no federal requirements to track those incidents. As the push for more transparency is ongoing, Nasrat's loved ones want more safety resources for rideshare drivers.
Other people who are more familiar with the area would jump in and say something like, well, I'd never stop there at night, which is not necessarily to say that people don't need rides there too, but if you pick up a ride there, don't stop.
Now, Jeremy and Mohammed said their goal is to meet with representatives from a company like Uber or Lyft to go over some of their ideas for safety reforms. We have reached out to both Lyft and Uber, specifically asking Lyft if they would meet with the family members. They have not gotten back to us. Uber did, and they outlined some of the safety features, specifically the ones inside the Uber app. Reporting live in Northeast, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.